Van der Poel with a rocket attack. Here he goes, gritted teeth. Van der Poel is putting everybody in the shade.
Get back to your feet quickly, Mathieu van der Poel. The shoe is broke on the right-hand side. It needs tightening, and this could be even more drama on a day packed full of it. Mathieu van der Poel seemingly cruising away, and in the style of Dennis Menschel.
And this is what he needs. Yep.
And of course, the competition in the Tour de France is going to be world class. So he's just going to challenge himself a little bit more. We're 36 kilometers out from the finish line. What more can we say about him? It's just Mr. Diamond's fantastic cycling. Just like that entire, whether that's Vingegaard, whether that is Pogacar, whether it's Wout van Aert, the sprinters that we have, the classics guys that we have, the really young riders that we have, truly in a wonderful age at the moment. And these riders, they make racing so fun to watch, and we're all happy for that.
Impressive is it's been different riders chasing him at different times throughout this effort. He took off with just over 36 kilometres left to race. There was the two riders, Nas and Schoens from Trek Segafredo, doing most of the chasing. A little bit of help from Abrahamsen from Uno X originally. But then the attack started after that. So fresher riders jumping out of that chase group to try and get across to Mathieu van der Poel. But he's fended every acceleration off.
Van der Poel, a long attack after Johnny Vermeer has completely emptied the tank at the front of the peloton on the climb of the Côte de la Petite Somme. And then Mathieu van der Poel almost casually attacked off the front, glancing over his shoulder so that nobody was even able to follow. His maximum lead was 44 seconds. At a certain point, it went down to 15. They could almost touch him, but then the chasing, the organization in the chase was completely gone, and the gap went out again. Mathieu van der Poel on his way to the win here in Mur de Durbuy. There it is, Mathieu van der Poel, victorious in Durbuy, 41.4 kilometers an hour average.
Just under 2.5 kilometers to the top of the Poggio, and Pogačar was powering his way up. So fast they were having to brake into the corners. That's well and done. It's Pogačar time, and he moves, he goes. Can he open up some free road? It's Van der Poel who makes his move. Van Aert is the one struggling. Pogačar's trying to respond, and Mathieu Van der Poel is having one of those days. Racing. Van der Poel last year became the first Dutchman to step on the podium since Frans Maassen in 1989. It's now been nearly 4 decades since a Dutchman won Sanremo, and Mathieu van der Poel is going to do exactly what his grandfather did in the 1960s. Mathieu van der Poel is a monuments man again. Mathieu van der Poel is a Milano-Sanremo winner.
We have action straight away. Lotto Destiny here, Brent van Moer, Victor Kampenaerts, and following on his wheel is the world champion, Mathieu van der Poel. Victor Kampenaerts goes again with Mathieu van der Poel on his wheel. Well, Mathieu, we still have 71 kilometers to go, which is just over 1.5 hours of racing.
There is a bit of problem. There's a problem here for the mechanical
So 66 kilometers to go as two of the riders of the Legal Trek team are making their way back to the team car, as this attack by Mathieu van der Poel in the feed zone is almost eliminated. Bibs, Mathieu van der Poel quickly followed there by Florian Vermeers.
They've got a plan, and this was what the plan was, that Mathieu van der Poel would sit in the group and try and come across pretty much on his own, and that's what he's kind of looking for. Mathieu Trentin can't follow, Vermeers can't follow, so it's whether Mathieu van der Poel can get across to this group on his own.
Well, he bridged the gap to just 10 seconds at the moment. Trentin, the second rider, Florian Vermeers, the third.
Mathieu van der Poel will come across. And
and he made his way across to the first four. These 7 riders can actually win the bike race, but who would be the fastest when we have a sprint of 7?
in this one, it's what you got left in the legs. It's, you know, I would say the fastest man in here is Mathieu van der Poel.
Frank. But yeah, this is, you can see it, some parts of the road are still wet, some parts are dry, and that is a nasty wound there for Frank van der Broek. 3.8 kilometers to go. The peloton cannot play poker, but the 6 riders at the front, they can't play poker either. The gap is awfully small, but there's also just 3.7 kilometers left. It could still fall both ways, Brian. There is the Flamme Rouge. It's a little bit hidden there on the left side of the road. Gianni Vermeers is completely emptying himself for the world champion. His teammate, Mathieu van der Poel. Florian Vermeers glancing over his shoulder. Fulsang in 4th position. Lars Boven in 5th. And Turgis in last position. Very tricky there on the white stripes with the rain that has been. But these are the cameras at the finish line. Gianni Vermeers, he's doing everything to get that first victory for his teammate in the rainbow stripes. It's a perfect position right now for Mathieu van der Poel. The peloton is also in this shot, but they will be too late. They just left the chase too late. Mathieu van der Poel in 3rd position. When is he going to launch that sprint? We still have Lars Boven there in the yellow. Fulsang for Israel Premitech and Turgis. And there is that first sprint by Florian Vermeers. And it has to be Mathieu van der Poel who has to go past Florian Vermeers on his way to his first victory in the rainbow stripes. And of course, everybody loves this. It is the 16th of September and the world champion wins for the first time in his rainbow jersey.
This is hill number 2 of 17, the Kapellenberg. And now Mats Pedersen takes off. Here we go. Yep. The world champion takes off on the Valkenberg. His teammates doing the work to close the gap, and it's acceleration by the man in the rainbow jersey who decides that he has to take the bait. has to make the move, and look at how he gets across. And it's Van der Poel now then. You questioned it. Does he have it? Are there the minerals there to respond? It doesn't look like it, but you never know with Mars Pedersen. He is making the change in acceleration, and he's doing his best to hold the wheel. But look at the acceleration from Van der Poel. The crowd cries, and it's the world champion giving them exactly what they want again. Never mind Eddie Merckx, it's happened to Cortina as well. If you're running, you're in trouble. And it's a mechanical issue, it seems, for Ivan Garcia Cortina. And while that happens, Mathieu Van der Poel makes another move. The rest must chase, and those dreams have been ruined. Oh my word! He's stuck in the mud as well. And here is the gap, it's growing. This is like looking back to the 1980s. There's mud on the Koppenberg, and there's riders off their bikes behind having a walk. And the rest have got their foot on the ground. Mathieu Van der Poel's there. This is Matteo Jorgensen. They're left, they're right. There's masses of crashes. It's like the famous 1980s ascents all put together again. The Koppenberg, with its classic nasty side on show today. It's Van der Poel who is alone towards the top. Oh, look at the gaps growing though. They're exploding. 47 seconds to Jorgensen. A minute and 1 to the group we just saw. 1:29 from riders just starting the Timeberg. He has blown the race to smithereens. An acknowledgement of what he's just done. Yet another special performance. It's now 3 for Mathieu Van der Poel, on his way to becoming a monument among monument winners. It's Van der Poel on the line. Van der Poel in a world class of his own.
Welcome to hell. The gates are open and the race starts. Van der Poel now goes to the front and puts on the hurt on everybody else. The world champion starts to make the move. Here comes the world champion, here comes the attack, Mathieu Van der Poel. He launched from about 5 riders back, and here he goes, the rainbow band. It is Mathieu Van der Poel at 61 kilometers an hour. Mathieu Van der Poel is the leading actor in the theatre of the Carrefour de l'Arbre. 2:56 his advantage as the crowd lean in and see the rainbow bands of a masterful performance from a world champion at the very top of his game. Mathieu Van der Poel, any moment now, will hear the eruption of an expectant crowd who are about to greet a world champion for the first time since 2018. As he comes in now, wow, the reception is absolutely electric. The winner of the 121st Paris-Roubaix, with the crowd absolutely on their feet. It is rainbows in Roubaix. Monumental Mathieu Van der Poel wins his second Paris-Roubaix.